Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the first Sunday in Lent. And let's take a moment, greet one another as brothers and sisters in Christ within your household groups, however you would so choose. And the rest of us, we get to still do the howdy highs and waves. Oh, and then you can be seated. So this last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, the official beginning of Lent. And we did a ritual that I actually learned of when I was in college. Yeah, it may have been high school. No, it was college. In Flagstaff, Arizona, where Native American theology and culture was very prevalent. And in the Native American thought and theology, if you had things weighing on your heart and you wanted to let them go to the Great Spirit, you would write them down and throw them in the campfire and let your worries go as the smoke rises. So I've started doing that on Ash Wednesday. That just seems very appropriate. So if you were not here on Wednesday, and if you would like to do that, there are little pieces of paper in the back that you may or may not have grabbed on your way in. And what I would ask you to do, if you would like, write down that which is weighing on your heart the most right now. And then during the opening song, come up and touch your paper to the candle, which I will have lit. Drop it in the burning bowl. Don't wait, you may look and say, oh my God, it's a wooden bowl we're getting. No, don't worry, there's a metal pan in the bottom with sand in it, okay? So if you would like to do that, like I say, jot down that which is weighing heaviest on your heart and send it to God, let it go. What's the phrase, let go and let God? That just seems like a good thing. A positive spin, you hear people saying, oh, you know what I'm going to give up for Lent? What I'm inviting you to give up for Lent is that which is weighing heavy on your heart. Okay? So, I mention that now, so if you want to do that, feel free. I will not be offended if I see you scribbling on papers while I'm talking. So we did get the new upper rooms in for March and April, and of course all of March is part of Lent. And then we have Holy Week, the first week of April. If my calendar in my head is correct, I think the first Sunday in April is Easter. So feel free to grab these. And if you're thinking, oh, I meant to do that, I was going to do that as a devotional thing during Lent, I think there's still some of the large print February ones, maybe back there in the corner. The new ones are out on the table, out in the entryway. So please feel free to grab those, make use of them. Don't do us any good gathering dust here. You use them, take them to someone, however you would so choose. Also, as we begin Lent, this coming Wednesday will be our first film study segment from the mini-series Jesus of Nazareth. I can send out the link for our Zoom session both by email and post it on Facebook. I can also give you the link for the first 95-minute segment that I would ask you to have watched before we Zoom so that we can talk about it. I do apologize, it's a copyrighted thing. Films are copyrighted just like books. So the person that is web hosting this so that we can watch it, that means every 5 or 10 minutes as you're watching the film, you're going to get a 20 to 30 minute commercial about something from someone. Once you get past the first 1 or 2, I didn't find it terribly bothersome. It's like I was watching the miniseries on TV. Every 5 or 10 minutes you get commercials. Or if at this point it's probably the timing is going to be a little tight. But you can find the whole miniseries on DVD for used under 20 bucks online if you wanted to grab it and watch it that way. So be watching for that information. Like I say, I'll send it out. As I look around, I think one way or another, I'm in touch with everybody in here either by email or Facebook, right? You get my emails, right? Okay, all right. Let's see, what else have I got here? Oh, we got a thank you here. Actually, we got 2 thank yous, and they're identical. So the left hand knowing what the right hand's doing, you know how that goes. This is from the Delaware County Pay It Forward. We could not have made the Christmas Hope program a success without the kindness, generosity, and support of community members such as you. For that, we are truly grateful and humble for all you've done to help us succeed. Just wanted to make sure that, you know, we don't do these things so that we get thank you notes, but it's nice to get them, isn't it? It's nice to get them. So any other announcements need to be made about anything? Anything going on? Are you going to mention the wrestlers? Because I was going to save that for prayer time.
Okay, yeah, no, I got something to say.
Oh, okay, something else.
As long as you got that covered. Yeah. Mr. RJ turned 15 this week. And Mr. RJ and his show choir group from West Delaware were in Keota not quite 3 weeks ago. State competition, first time in front of an audience, got 3 straight ones.
Excellent.
It was awesome.
All right. Is there video? No. Darn!
Grandma was so excited she forgot to even turn on her phone. It was so much fun watching them, but they're performing again this Saturday, so I get to see them then, so hopefully my brain can remember to turn the phone off.
Then we'll have video to
Yes.
put on Facebook. RJ looks thrilled. Congratulations on 15 and straight ones. Wow, excellent. Oh, and another birthday Tuesday. 39 again? Yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, okay. Let's go with it. Yeah. Anybody anniversaries? I don't have to worry about until July.
Riley Dolphin finished 5th in the state wrestling this week.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that at prayer time, but yeah, it could go both ways, right? Yeah, Riley 5th in his weight division, and we had a couple of state champions, and West Delaware took the 2-way title. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
I was able to call Steve afterwards, and he said he was on his way back to his truck, but from Des Moines. But he said he was smiling so hard, I was worried his face was going to hurt.
Now, is this his senior year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was his 18th birthday. He was
Wow.
on that medal.
Not a bad way to celebrate, huh? Top 5 in the state of your weight division. Not too bad. Yeah. Anything else going on we should be aware of? Okay, so those of you who weren't here Wednesday, oh, I see at least one piece of paper, so I will light the candle, and then I'll start the song, and you can just come up and touch your paper to the candle and drop it in the bowl, and whatever it is that's weighing on your heart, as that smoke rises, just let it go to God. And I should mention, if you looked at the opening song, it comes from a Christmas song CD. You know, it's all about context, and I was trying to think of an opening song for the first Sunday in Lent. And somehow I started hearing the lyrics of this song in my head, and I thought, wait a minute, that's a Christmas song. But then I listened to it and thought, you know, in the context of starting our Lenten journey, it works there too. Somebody's got to be first. Somebody's got to be first. Running out of everything.
Don't put your whole paper over and smother it like that.
There you go. We just voted. So Christmas song, Work at Lent? Yeah. So as we come to our time of prayer, we seem to be making some inroads to the COVID battle. I've had my 2 shots and found out that the reaction I had after the second shot of body aches, that's pretty normative, and actually not to worry about it because that just means it's working. So, and I think Kathy Dolan told me she'd gotten her second shot, and I think Max has gotten his second shot. And if you don't want to say yay or nay or otherwise, but out of curiosity, anybody else get their shot yet that they want to say? So, okay. So it does seem to be that the situation is getting the supply out and available, and getting that all organized and figured out. That seems to be the current stumbling block. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We already mentioned Riley with his 5th place and West Delaware with their 2A state championship. And this week, let's see, I think Carol and Angela made it back from Texas. At least that was the plan. I saw on Facebook that I think they were at the airport. So I'm going to assume if they're that close that they were able to get out and get home, but I haven't had that confirmed. And our other folk that we've had, Diane with her treatments, those are going well. I don't know that she got the pathology report back from her last surgery yet. So, and sometimes fear of the unknown is the worst. So definitely be keeping Diane in your thoughts, Carol, as she continues with her treatment regimen. Are there others that we should be remembering as we come to prayer today? Or joys, those are always good too. Birthdays are good, yeah, those are good. I remember my dad saying at his 90th birthday, I don't know why people complain about birthdays. The more you have, the longer you live. Dad was good at those, summing things up.
Josh Holtz is continuing his treatments. He's had a couple ongoing. Hopefully that keeps going well for him. Rod Bacon is continuing treatments down at Iowa City. Radiation every day and then chemo 1 day a week. But they are spending some nights down there in a motel close when the weather's bad, so they don't have so much road time.
And then Josh's mom, Pam, is also having treatments
Yes.
for cancer too, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else or anything else?
We have a dairy friend from down by St. Louis that Carol is the wife of the guy on the board with me, but she's just had a surgery for breast cancer. So she'll be undergoing treatment for that.
You say her name is Carol?
Carol.
Okay. Okay. And you've heard it said in so many words, it's easy to say things, but actually doing it can be the hard part. So all of us in here now have written down the cares of our hearts and put them in that burning bowl. So it's pretty simple and easy, right? You just write it down, and Kurt says, hold it to the flame and let it burn. It's like, okay, so y'all did that. The hard part is really letting it go. Really letting it go to God and just say, from now till Easter, that which is weighing heavy on my heart, I'm going to put in your hands, God. I'm going to let go of that for Lent. That's what I'm giving up. So, good luck to all of us actually being able to do that. Let's be in prayer together.